Welcome back into another episode of Hoop State Hype. I'm your host, Miles Masercola. We got a special edition today, joined by Justin McKoy, Panther Creek. We're sitting here at Panther Creek. This is a house that you built. Ernest Ross helped build it. How important was it for you to be a part of this Panther Creek community? Obviously, you probably had a chance to leave and go play at a bigger school or something like that. But how important was it for you to leave a legacy at Panther Creek?
Super important. I grew up here. I grew up in Raleigh, North Carolina my whole life. Was born here, raised here. Had a lot of support from my family. My brother and sister went here. My brother was here the first year it came out. So we've had a McKoy here for the last 11 years. It's been a big deal. I've always wanted to play in this gym. When I saw my brother play football, my sister play basketball, and we've had another great player, Juan Munoz, who I came in my freshman year with. He was a senior, and I wanted to be like him. Everyone loved him. He was that local guy that everyone loved. Another guy, Jonathan Bender, that played at Leesville. Tried to model my game after him a lot. That was my guy. Played for the same AAU team, just different age groups, and he really supported me, and they both just helped me out a lot. The community here is awesome. The staff, the students, the people, the coaches, everyone's just great. Coach Rob's definitely helped me a lot develop over the last 4 years, add something to my game every year and just elevate to the next level. And I really give him almost all the credit, from the weight room stuff to just skill level stuff. It's helped a lot.
Obviously, Shawan, he played in the ACC. He was a great player in his own right. Him going through the recruiting process, being recruited, probably around the similar level that you were. How much has that helped you, knowing that you have someone to talk to about, even though, he did it a few years ago, how much has it helped you, knowing that you have someone that's got your back and that has been through all this stuff before?
It's been a huge deal. He's helped me probably more than I could say anyone else has. My mom is all I've had. My dad passed away when I was one. Usually, dads are really good and familiar with the basketball world. They help you out with that stuff. I didn't have that. My mom wasn't a basketball recruit. My brother and sister didn't go through that for basketball either. So, having him was amazing. He's helped me out so much with it. He's definitely guided me through the process and helped me out, kind of like that father figure I kind of needed for that kind of stuff.
For sure. So you mentioned that every year you've consistently expanded your game. You've added a new wrinkle to your skill set, or really just developed and worked on honing your craft. Did you attack each offseason with, I'm going to get better at this, I'm going to work on my three-point shot, I'm going to work on my high post game, or is it just kind of going through the developmental process and it all happening naturally?
It's definitely I want to get better. I want to get better at everything. It wasn't just one specific thing. It was we're going to get better at everything. Everything I'm not good at, everything that I'm good at, we're going to make it all better. My goal is to play professional basketball, and I know to do that, I just got to work.
For sure.
And so that's what I did.
So in the summer, I know this past summer you played with Team Loaded. You played with guys like Isaiah Todd, Pat Kelly played with you, Travion McRae, a group of really, really talented guys. Here at Panther Creek, you were really, probably since sophomore year, the focal point. How much has it helped you to show that you can be the focal point of a team and also blend into a really talented group? What does that speak about you as a player and a person? I
think it says a lot. I know my personality definitely helps with me blending in and helping out, being a leader here, and then also kind of being a leader there, whether it's in stature, as a person, just being a leader. I think it's my personality. I blend well with others. I get along well with others. Another guy was Jalen Withers on that team. And so that team was loaded. We were really good. And I think my skill level, I just do whatever I can to win. And I know when it's time to, be a good teammate, and I know when it's time to take over a game. And I know Coach Rob's helped me a lot find out what's a good shot, what's not a good shot, especially not only just difficulty, but also time. Time,
place, context.
Time and place, That's a big thing. And I think the last thing is playing AAU definitely helps out. When you're around a bunch of guys, when you go to college, you're going to be around a bunch of really good guys.
For sure.
So I think being able to play with them shows that you're ready for that at the next level as well.
Absolutely. So your parents, ironically enough, met at the Holiday Invitational, if I'm not mistaken. So you were able to play in that event a lot and have a lot of memories there and be able to put up some big performances. What's your favorite memory from all your years of playing in that event, and how do you think that tournament now, both previously when your parents met and now that your family, your brother, your sister, and your mom can come watch you play at that tournament every year, how has that tournament helped bring you together?
It's kind of like one of those things that's like sentimental. Like I know the exact area where my dad first hollered at my mom, saying like, you know, she was attractive or whatever. So, I mean, that was pretty cool. My mom pointed it out. I knew I was gonna play in it my freshman year. That was the first year. My mom was 14 when she met my dad. Then I played it again at 16 my junior year. And that was how old my dad was. So it was kind of like, it was really cool then. It's like the two different sides of it. Junior year is probably one of my best experiences. I think I started out like averaging 30 points the first two games, and Heritage started a little like triple team thing to keep me from scoring a lot. So that. But I mean, I know I went down like in the record book. So like to be in a record book for something that you know my parents met at like that place.
Knowing
really
your name,
awesome.
knowing your name is going to be in that program every year as long as the tournament's going, which should be a long, long time. It's pretty cool.
Yes, sir.
So obviously, Panther Creek and Green Hope have a rivalry.
Yes, sir.
I feel like that might be the most undercovered rivalry, considering like how important it is to this community. It's called the Fight for 55. You guys are, you know, a few miles apart, right up the road. Speak to people that don't know anything about the rivalry, don't know about Panther Creek and Green Hope, how important that game is, regardless of the two teams' records coming in, like regardless of who's playing. How important is that game?
If you're asking a person from Panther Creek or Green Hope or from the area, it's the second best behind Duke and UNC, if you ask me.
That's a big claim right there.
No, but it's a big deal. Our school is 2 minutes away. I can get in my car and drive 2 minutes and be at Green Hope. So it's a big deal. It's right off 55. Every year it's packed out. I know this year we sold out the gym twice.
Senior night here, right?
Yeah, senior night we sold out the gym. It's a pretty big gym. It was like 2,000 more people. We had people waiting outdoors from this door all the way out to the entrance. So like people were trying to get in and couldn't. And so it was a big deal. And then that game ended up hitting the game winner against our rival on senior night.
That's got to be a special feeling.
So yes, sir, that was pretty cool.
So you talked about your mom. Obviously, a good friend of ours, J. Mike Flake, wrote a story for High School OT about kind of your family's history and really the grind and the hustle that your mom had to help you guys put yourself in a position and give you the resources to chase your dream, chase Jalen's dream, your older brother, and Jasmine, her older sister. Your brother played football at Central. He's acting in LA now, and Jasmine's doing a lot of great stuff in the communications department at State. You're about to play college basketball. How has her grind inspired you to stay on yours? Whenever, you know, you have bad moments or bad days, looking back at what she did to get you to this point, how much has that inspired you and helped keep you going?
It's inspired me a lot. My mom is pretty much all I got. Growing up, like that's all I had. Growing up, that's all I could have. That's all I had access to. But a lot of times, you know, we didn't have a lot of money. So growing up, like our fun activities or way to like, you know, relieve stress or like just get over stuff was like go to the park and play basketball. And my mom would play with us because she used to play. She's like a 5'6" center though. You know?
Hey,
I don't
right.
understand how that
buckets
happened.
Buckets is buckets.
Yeah. So, you know, we all played and had fun, and I loved it. Like that was the game, and it made me feel kind of like closer to my dad playing a sport that he played as well. He played in Garner for Eddie Gray.
Eddie Gray, legend.
So, I mean, that's just what it is. It's a way to like, my mom showed me her grind, and I wanted to take that into basketball. But also, basketball was like an outlet for us, a way to just forget about everything else, forget about all our problems, and just have something to do. So
how closely knit was your family? Obviously, going through hard times, you know, you guys were poor and stuff like that, especially when you were younger, and going through all that kind of stuff. How much has that helped you just have such a great relationship with everybody in your family?
It brings us really close together. It's like we've been through everything with each other, so we feel like we always have that connection. I mean, we fight, we're family, so like it happens, but like, with our faith and stuff, we know that like it's not the end of the world, and it's not gonna be like, you know, it's not gonna be end all, you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So it definitely helps.
Yeah, good. Obviously, you played AAU in North Carolina. You've played high school in North Carolina. This is the Hoop State. We're on the Hoop State Network.
Yes,
so
sir.
How has just the competition been night-to-night battle that just about every night you're going up against someone that's really, really good? How has that really helped you, one, become a better player and just be more resilient and prepare you for the next level?
In high school, it's really fun, but it's a challenge, and I think that's what makes it fun. Going out every night knowing that like you're gonna have to work hard, it's kind of like, it's exciting. Of course, I like to blow out teams, like don't get me wrong, like, we love to, but like, you know, competition is fun to me. It wouldn't be as fun if it's just super easy.
Yeah, for sure.
But I want it to be easy at the same time, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that fine line.
You want to conquer the challenge.
Of
but
course.
There needs to be a challenge there in the first place. Yeah.
So yeah, that's one thing, and then AAU, it's fun. Like it's just like playing against those guys, like, and you know you're gonna play against them in college probably, most of them, and it's just, I mean, it's just a fun experience, and it's just something I love to do.
So I remember over the summer there was one day you were playing in a Phenom Hoop Report event with Loaded, and then you had to go back to Raleigh and play an NC State team camp.
Yes, sir.
Describe, like, for those who don't know, those long summer days where you're playing 3, 4, maybe 5 games in a single day, traveling between, you know, hour and a half, 2 hours apart, playing for 2 different teams.
Yeah.
Describe those kind of days for people that don't understand what kind of work these basketball players put in over the summer.
So we were going through team camp and playing AU at the same time. Yeah. I know my high school team had 4 games and we had 3 at Phenom. I ended up having to miss one of the high school games because I was at the Phenom event, but I literally went to NC State for the team camp, drove there, played, had to drive immediately to Greensboro, played 3 straight games, and then I drove back and played the other 2 with my high school team.
So you played
6 games.
Wow.
In one day.
How tired were you?
I was pretty tired. I know with my high school team, I got to play the whole game. We had like 5 or 6 guys playing, and then we had 6 guys for Loaded too. So it was like we didn't have a big team. It was like 6 or 7.
Not very deep.
So I mean, it was fun. I love playing, and we work really hard on conditioning here at my high school. My coach makes sure we run a lot,
for sure.
And so it really helped. I wasn't really too tired until like the last game. I could really tell, and I just had to sit a little bit and catch my wind.
For sure. So you initially committed to Penn State, signed a letter of intent, and you recently got your release, reopening the recruitment a little bit. I know you've heard from schools like UVA and NC State. How has that experience been? Why did you initially commit to Penn State in the first place, and what made you go back on that decision and decide to explore other options?
I think the first thing I want to say is, you know, I'm 18, I'm young. I'm not going to get it right the first time, all the time. You know,
you're not alone in that either.
Yeah. Penn State, I love the coaches. I still do love the coaches. I loved what they had for me for basketball and stuff. But when I committed and when I signed, I felt great. But as I thought about it more, I didn't want to go that far away from home. You know, my mom and sister, that's like mostly all I have in my life. And to leave them, it was just, I was getting a little anxious about it, and I was unsure, and I want to make sure I feel good and where I'm happy where I'm at. If basketball wasn't a thing, you know? I think that's really important.
It's a better thing for you probably to make that decision now as opposed to going a year and dreading it and not liking it and being so far away. So you have a timetable for your decision? Is there a leader in the clubhouse, or is that kind of going to figure itself out here in the next few weeks?
I think it's going to figure itself out. I don't want to quickly make a decision. You know, I got released last Friday from my NLI. I've been hearing from NC State, UVA, and a couple other SEC schools, and it's just I don't want to like hold it out and make it like long, drawn out process and like linger. But I don't want to rush it as well. I want to make sure I make the right decision for me when I'm ready. And so I'm not really like putting like an exact date on that, but I want to make sure I'm making the right decision.
So when you're making your decision now, what's going to be, obviously you want to be relatively close to home, and if you're getting recruited by ACC schools, that's going to be feasible. But how important is it for you to have a gel with a coach and really, basketball-wise, like, where do you see yourself playing in college? Are you a 3 or are you a 4, or is it wherever the coach that you recruit, you decide to play for, decides to play you a certain place? Excuse me.
I got you. I want to play. I mean, I don't have a position. I don't think. I think basketball is becoming kind of positionless. And if I'm a 3, I'm a 3. I'm gonna go play the 3. If I'm a stretch 4, I'm gonna go play the stretch 4. I know that's really popular now in basketball. I mean, if they want to put me at the 5 and play small ball, like I want to play. I don't care. I want to play. I'll do whatever I have to do to play. So that's not my biggest concern. I think the big things I'm looking at is the fit basketball wise. If I can fit in with the offense, if I can do really well, the relationship with the coach is a huge thing. Obviously. Location is pretty important as well. I mean, I'm not gonna like decommit from Penn State 9 hours away and go somewhere 12 hours away, because that just doesn't make sense.
Not at all.
So like, I want to stay relatively close. I'm not saying I have to be 5 minutes away from my home, but at the same time, you know, I just want to make sure I'm going where the right place for me, the best fit.
Absolutely. So, about to wrap this up, last question. What is one thing that people really don't know about you that you want, now that you have a platform, you can tell them, here, I'm Justin McKoy and this is me?
Man, that's a tough one.
Kind of put you on the spot.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Justin McKoy, and I love on everybody. You know, I feel like with my, I'm really big on my faith, and I know some people may not be, and that's fine. You know, there's no judgment there. Absolutely. But at the same time, like, I want to make sure everyone feels like they're important, and I think nowadays in this day and age, you know, a lot of people don't feel that way, and I just like to make sure everyone knows that, like, you know, they matter, and that, like, you know, a kind gesture goes a long way.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's holding the door for somebody or, you know, saying thank you, sir, thank you, ma'am, or, you know, asking someone how they're doing. I think that goes a long way.
Absolutely.
Especially around my high school.
Yeah. Justin McKoy, man of the people. Appreciate you joining
Yes,
me,
sir.
man.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
take
And
care.
thank you guys for watching this episode of Hoop State Hype.
Sir.
We'll be back again soon. Thank you so much.